find any other plastic that might be on the box. So Rachel was saying where she lives, there are 13 charity shops and they all sell puzzles, which is very dangerous. Well, that sounds like a thrifting paradise, Rachel. So Marie-Andrea gets her secondhand puzzles from a friend. So I guess it goes from person to person, as maybe there's no official site where people can offer secondhand items or no official stores. But yes, passing them on from person to person is also a good way. And SJ went to a secondhand store in Spain, but did not find any puzzles. Okay. Yes, so let me just double check. Okay, so there is a poster there. There is a full-size poster. You may already take out the poster and place that on your table or on your box holder, ready to go. Then put the box lid back on the table, and then I know that you'll be ready to go. Okay, it is 7 o'clock. Let's do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, everybody. Herefna says there's no poster in the box. Don't worry, I think it's a bit too big and a bit wobbly. Just use the box. The image does wrap a little bit around the outside of the box. There's also the full image on the back of the box, although it's in a smaller size. Okay, let's take a look at what puzzle we have today. Okay, so this is called Architectural Masterpieces in Pieces. This is from the brand Das Puzzle Collective from Germany. We had them before. You might remember the symphony puzzle where there was like the kitchen exploding, and yeah, there's sort of like a small independent label in Germany. And this one is showing famous architectural buildings. If you're into architecture, you might recognize some. So I think we have like the Guggenheim Museum. We have a Bauhaus building from Dessau in Germany. And yeah, these are like famous architectural landmarks showing modern architecture. And the artist is, my box is upside down, Barbara Keharova. And the Das Puzzle Collective is based in Stuttgart. Okay, let's start at the beginning of the alphabet and see how the folks are going. Okay, so with us tonight we have Aaron from the UK. Well, actually we have Aaron with us pretty much in almost every competition, not just tonight. So we have Aaron from the UK, Alexandra from Switzerland, Amber from the United States, Anna S from Slovenia, Anna K from Denmark, and Anna S from the Netherlands. Okay, Stephanie, no problem, just join and we'll fix it up later. All right, yes, so what can we see? We have solid colors. There's no gradient on this. This puzzle reminded me a lot of Valladolid because you have a mixture of buildings and people, and the people are kind of like in an interesting cartoon style. They kind of have like, very, not like a Disney cartoon or like a Jan van Haasteren cartoon, but kind of it just reminds me of like the people on the Valladolid puzzle, kind of very bubbly and cute, but with very simple colors. So we've only got like maybe 7 colors on the puzzle, but you do have a lot of texture. We've got the yellows have a different like little speckles all over them. So you don't have gradients, but like on the grey building, you have some brick texture, and shading is done through dots. So it's a very interesting style. But it was really fun. And also the sky, there's no gradient. It's just a bright blue sky, but you have like little dots for the white. Okay. Fuji will be coming in a moment. No problem. Okay. Sergio wants to borrow that puzzle, and he's sure his neighbor will lend it. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so we're still at the flipping stage here. Some are going for the border. I can see that Anna Stoll is, got the blue sky border up, as well as Anna K. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see where people start on this one, because you can pretty much start anywhere, whether it's the border or maybe a color stands out like the yellow. You also have some interesting textures, like there's 2 different greens in the text in the image, but the greens, the trees have different lines and like waves on them, so that also helps to differentiate between the different sections of greens. Or you could start with people. So we'll be interested to see how people find their way through the puzzle.
Hello everyone, so sorry for being late.
Hi Fruity.
I had a slight little household emergency, and I never realized that it's actually already 7 o'clock. I'm so sorry.
No problem, I'm just talking to myself.
Well, you don't have to talk to yourself anymore. What did I miss?
Oh yes, I will. We have a puzzle. It's from Das Puzzle Collective in Germany.
Oh yay!
It's called Architectural Masterpieces in Pieces, and features some famous architectural landmarks from Germany and United States and from around the world. And there's a few people in there, and I was just saying that it kind of reminds me of the Valladolid puzzle, like the style of like a mixture of like buildings and people. Yeah. But we're only at 5 minutes, so you didn't miss much.
Yes, I'm taking a look at the live stream from a couple of minutes ago so that I can see the puzzle. It's
Yes.
looking lovely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Like, I'm not really a fan of like solid color puzzles. There's no gradients here, but I did enjoy this, and I also got a sub 50 time, which I was quite pleased with. So yeah, I'm interested to see how people will get on today. On screen right now, we've got Annelies from Belgium, Annika from Denmark, Aurelia from Germany, Beatrice from Germany, Beth from the UK, and Birgit from Austria. Yeah, it's a bit interesting with like how the picture is presented, because on the box, it's not a complete image because it kind of wraps around the edges. That's very typical of Das Puzzle Collective, that they don't have any excess color, like they just wrap it all around. I think it's called.
Yeah, it wraps around the entire box, and it's quite tricky to actually puzzle that.
Yeah,
but I see that you can have the image on the back of the puzzle as well.
Yeah, the image on the back is smaller, which is a bit tricky, but you also have a poster, I guess is roughly about the full size of the image, so you can also use that.
Do you actually prefer the poster if it's a poster puzzle, or do you rather look at the small image?
What I do is I put the box lid into my box holder, basically as a backing, and then I prop up the poster in front of it just so it doesn't flop over, because if I just put the poster only into my box holder, it flops over. So that's kind of like my default setting, is to put it like this.
That is actually quite smart. I try and avoid the poster by any means that I can, even if I have a large table.
Yeah, I'm not generally a fan of posters, because if it's exactly the same size as the box, I'm like, what's the point? And if it's double the size, then I'm kind of like the ones from the circle puzzles from Ravensburg, I'm kind of like, it's so unwieldy. So Yes, and SJ says it's kind of like old school EJJ when I was only me commentating, and it's just me filling in the silence.
I also thought that old school EJJ could also refer to Das Puzzle Collective, because I remember that like one of the early EJJs was also Das Puzzle Collective with the conductor.
Yes, exactly. The maestro, and as he's like doing the climax, like
Yes,
the pot of soup is exploding across the kitchen.
that's exactly what I'm
Yeah,
thinking of. So it's old school EJJ from multiple perspectives.
yeah. Yes, and we're looking forward to interviewing Lucas and Annalena again. So that's pretty much a year has gone past, possibly a bit more time since we had the interview with them, and we'll see how the brand has developed over that time and how they choose puzzles. But yeah, on screen right now we've got Cameron from Canada, Catherine from USA, Claudia from Portugal, Columbine from Switzerland, Daniela from Portugal, and Danielle from the Netherlands. So yeah, looks like most people are starting with the border at this point. Yes. But yeah, the border is also a good place to start because there are a lot of colors. You have like, okay, most of the top strip is blue, but it's not entirely blue. You can see like there's like the pink building sticks out onto the border, the white building and the gray. So you can also differentiate that quite easily. And then you've pretty much got blocks of color going around the edges. So that's, yeah, a good place to start and find your way.
The border is also a good idea because Das Puzzle Collective is most likely a brand that people are not that familiar with. So it's a little bit harder to see how big the image is going to be. So the frame can also kind of give you a reference. Even if you don't want to do pick and placing, you can just like kind of have an idea of how big the image is going to be in front of you. Looking
Yes.
good, everyone. Cameron's got the majority of the frame already.
So we have with us Daria from Denmark, Dora from Switzerland, Everly from Estonia, Fleur from Netherlands, Freya from Sweden, and Gabriella from Romania.
And I have seen that there's a lot of support for Daria in the chat. So an extra shout out to Daria from the chat.
Yeah, I think Fleur has been doing a bit of sorting. She's starting with some of the yellows on the lower border, and yeah, so there's a yellow taxi that stands out, and like a yellow hill where there's a guy who's rock climbing, and that has a different texture to the yellow in the left-hand corner, where there's a guy reclining on a sun chair, you could say. So yeah, I also tend to like from these colors, the yellow also stood out to me earlier on. I kind of ignored the grays and whites and greens. I was more attracted to the yellows and pinks. But yeah, I'm curious to see what attracts other people's eyes. I can see Gabriella has also done a sort of blues and pinks.
And I actually took a quick look of what maybe some of the participants answered to the topic of the day. And I can see that Freya did say that she had so far only had good experiences, but sometimes you put them together and realize that 10 pieces are missing from used puzzles, which is, I haven't had that experience so far. There was only one puzzle that someone sent to me without any kind of support around the puzzle box, and they just chucked it into like a larger box. And so when I received the puzzle, it was literally you open a box and then just pieces flying everywhere. And it did have
There
two
was just
missing
loose
pieces.
pieces, so there was no original box in
Well,
there.
the box fell apart because there was just nothing around it, so nothing held it together.
Oh, okay. Okay, we have some people on screen, but Hoei Lee, Hoei Neumann, your camera is off. Please turn your camera on, Hoei. So we have Helen from the UK, Hoei from Germany, Hrefna from Iceland, Iren from Norway, Inga from the Netherlands, and Irina from Serbia and Montenegro. Oh, welcome. That's the first
Welcome.
participant from Serbia and Montenegro. Very nice. So you can see Inga going to town on this very towny looking puzzle. Where you just put on your hand up. You need to turn your camera on.
Is it possible that she's on 2 devices?
Yeah, maybe we'll find that later on.
In the meantime, I do see that Inge has definitely done the sky already and building, I think the building on the bottom left somewhere. That white one, I think, or something in front of that building. It seems like that little line of the white building of the bottom left is being built. And then I see that Gaza had, one bad experience with the tree-dwelling slowpokes from Mud Puppy, which was used in an early JJ. Got it from Vinted that was missing all the brown animals, which is a very weird experience. Or it's a very weird thing to have just the brown animals missing. But the majority is good experience, which is good. And yes, that is a pretty good explanation to have probably a sorting tray somewhere that has all the brown animals. Could have been, but also like kind of weird. Like, how would you pack a puzzle with just the brown? Like, yeah, it's weird. And I can
Yeah.
see that Koi has some kind of technical difficulties.
Okay, we'll check in with Hui later on. Yeah. No, that's very interesting that you would get all the brown animals missing. Yeah. So they were put aside somewhere and maybe that tray just got lost. But that's a bit sad. Okay, let's keep on moving and see who else we have with us.
Let's see, who else do we have?
So we've got Jagoda from Poland, Jessica from Germany, Jonna from Finland, Jukka from Finland, and Katarina from Austria.
Madara is asking, what is the name of the puzzle again?
Oh yeah, I'll write that in the chat. Sorry, I did forget that. So it's Das Puzzle Kollektiv. So this is a German brand. And then the name is, in English, Architectural Masterpieces in Pieces. So I'm a little bit huffy and puffy because I did run down the stairs. I remembered I had a paper in my hand. So Lucas from the brand, he did actually send me the location. I have a paper with all the locations on the puzzle. So then we can better refer to the buildings. So when we get a bit of a closer look, once some buildings have formed, then we can just describe them better, what actual buildings they are.
And Jagoda is definitely storming ahead here. The bottom left corner is pretty much done. I think maybe has like 2 or 3 missing pieces. And then she's now working on the bottom right. But top left corner done, bottom right is being worked on right now in her direction. Basically building from the frame outside in. Which seems to be some kind of strategy that most people are following so far. There's very few screens where I see no edge being built so far.
Yeah, no, it looks amazing progress there from Yagoda with the, okay, let's see what actually is she doing. I'm going to zoom in a little and then we can better describe. Oh, Yona is also doing really great. Okay, so let's have a look at Yona's. Yona's the grey building with the bricks on that. It's like multi-level. It's larger at the top and then it kind of gets smaller as it goes towards the bottom. So that's called the Met Breuer from Marcel Breuer. Okay, Breuer is the name of the architect, and the building itself is called the Met Breuer, and that's in New York. And yeah, how is your Yagoda going? So the top left building is the Bauhaus building from Oscan. No. White lies.
Margarosa is saying that the house in the center seems to be Falling Water in the USA. I'm not entirely sure that I know
Yes, Falling
what
Water
it is.
House in Pennsylvania.
Ah,
Because I was just got a bit mixed up because there's the names of the building, then there's the name of the architect, and then there's the location, and then I was like confused. But
oh, I
yes,
have just looked it up. It's a beautiful building.
so now we're checking in on Kati from Germany. Yeah, I hope we have some architects with us, and I think they could appreciate this puzzle. When we had
Oh yeah,
the unreleased puzzle with the architecture collage, I think it was Christina from Hungary. She really liked it, and she gave it her thumbs up as an architect.
very good, very good.
Yes, so we also with us we have Katie Perry from the UK, Larissa
Is it
from
the Katy Perry?
of course it's the Katie Perry from the UK. Who's also an avid speed puzzler. Uh, Then we have Larissa from Germany, Laura from Denmark, Leah from Denmark, and oh yeah, Leah K from Denmark, and Leah W from Denmark.
The building on the right side seems to be a popular choice for a lot of people, like in Laura's screen
Yes,
that I can
so
see. That green, that gray.
yeah, and the one that's right touching on the border, it's got all these like wavy lines on it.
Mm.
I can't see which one that is. Maybe that's just the building that happens to be next to the Met Breuer. But yeah, no, that has a nice, interesting texture from the whites and the grays. That is the most interesting texture. So I can understand that people grab those, and also the bricks make it easy to sort. But yeah, let's zoom in a little bit on. I see that Leah W is, yeah, she's got some of the pink building at the top.
Yeah.
That is called the Niterói Contemporary Art Museum in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So it
Ooh.
kind of looks like an upside down UFO, and it's pink, and I think it looks really cool.
And a
And
shout out to Janne BU, who says it's the first time catching an EJJ. So very excited to be here. Welcome.
welcome. And I can see that Kati has been going for the yellows. She's got the yellow hill where there's a guy abseiling off the hilltop, and also one of some yellow buildings in the middle of the image. So
Sergio,
yeah, let
can
us
we
know what you think might be the finishing times for this one.
Yeah, finishing time guesses, but there's one from SJ already, which is 41:22. I'm still positive that it could be under 40.
Yeah, so we are
I'll
at
say 38.
21 minutes right now.
And then Sergio is asking, can we one day only use celebrities' names? But I'm not sure how that would work.
Well, we do have a Katy Perry who puzzles with us. We also have was it a Colin Farrell? There was somebody else.
Oh,
There was a male actor who had the same name.
yeah, I
It
think
was somebody from the
Colin
UK.
Farrell. Wasn't there also like a news article about it that Colin Farrell was taking part in the Puzzle World Championship, but not that Colin Farrell.
Well, so with us on screen we have Linda from the Netherlands, Lina Beata from Norway, Lydia from Germany, Lynn from Belgium, Marcia from the Netherlands, and Marguerite from South Africa. And I can see a lot of yellow and blue done on Marcia's, so looking really good there. Probably about 50% of the puzzle done.
The puzzle is also so extremely clean. Basically, only the solved areas are in the puzzle, and everything else is completely on the side. It's so very organized.
Yeah, I love like there's like this yellow square of sand just like by itself. It's in the position where it should be, but it's just by itself, and then you have all this air around it. But yeah, as you say, it's just looking really clean. There's not a bunch of clutter in the way.
And then I see what you were saying on Margret's puzzle with the pink buildings, the one that looks like a UFO. And we've got a guest from Gaza saying 35-35 as first finisher.
Yeah, but I really like to see this, that we've got people working on different sections. We can see some are working on grays, others on blue and yellows. Yeah, so yeah, going to be interesting to see how it develops, and if there is one strategy is faster than the other.
This is again one of those puzzles where you can pretty much pick what you want to work on. Like any approach can work, really. I don't think you can really like puzzle yourself into a corner, so to speak.
Yeah, it's easy to move on to a next section or to sort out the next color. So we've got Micah from Germany, Maya from Slovenia, Mandy from United States, Maria H from Finland, Maria TB from Sweden, who's puzzling upside down today. She's got her
Ooh.
puzzle tape on the ceiling, and Marta from Norway.
Ooh, that round table actually looks so nice. Like the table itself.
So SJ wants to place bets on finishing times. Yeah, well, SJ is pretty good at guessing finishing times. So maybe there should be a prize for the person who guesses, like anyone who guesses the finishing time exactly.
Well, there are an increasing number of betting websites where you can pretty much bet on anything that you want. Most likely, it would also be possible to bet on EJJ. I wouldn't want to do that though.
So yeah, Maya P from Slovenia, she's really one to watch. She's been doing really well in the 50 plus club. She's been on the podium multiple times because I've sent her a couple of vouchers for multiple competitions. So there's a big crew of Slovenians that are really putting in the work, really doing the training and joining in the EJJs, and can see them like as a group all like collectively getting faster.
As far as I can remember, Maya also did incredibly well in the Slovenian Championship last year.
Oh yeah, you were in Slovenia.
Yeah, last year I was. This year I unfortunately can't make it, but whoever can, definitely make the trip. It's really beautiful in Slovenia in general. It's one of my favorite countries, if I may admit. And the venue is great, and the organizers are also lovely. So I can only recommend the Slovenian Nationals for people who want to maybe travel to, yeah, somewhere that is not that common to go to for puzzling, I would say. But there were not many of us foreigners at the Slovenian Nationals.
Yeah, so there's Maya Pukul, who's one of the fast ones, and there's also another Maya JT, and also Anna S and Moisture. They're all very keen puzzlers and doing, we're seeing them progress as the EJJs go on. So now we are at 26 minutes. On screen, we've got Marta from Germany, Mayday from Poland, and Melika from Germany, Melly from Switzerland, Minika from the Netherlands. Greetings to the puzzle sleeved, puzzle earring, and puzzle teacup lady in the Netherlands.
And the puzzle singer.
Yes, the puzzle sleeve. And then we have Moisia from Slovenia as well. You want to read out Minika's reply about the
Yes.
second-hand puzzles?
I just have to find it. I can't see it in the list. Where was it?
Oh, it's towards the bottom.
At the bottom, I only have Kati.
You have to go to the spreadsheet for 125.
Ah, okay. Ah, there it is. That's oh, people were chatty. So what Minika says, I have had bonus puzzles where one box held 2 back puzzles. Great deals from people who wanted to get rid of a lot at once. Some wish list finds for very little money, but also a world map with half the world missing.
Oh. And sometime that person is going to be like looking around in the attic, and then they're going to find like half of the word puzzle, and they'll be like, "Where's the other half? Oh, that's right, I sold it." Oh man, I would like to know, what do you do in that case? Do you then write to the seller of the puzzle and say, hey, um,
There's
yeah,
an
so,
extra puzzle.
yeah, or
Yeah.
the other way around, something's missing? Like, do I
Well,
get a refund, or what's going to happen?
what I had one time, I bought a 1,000-piece Ravensburger for one of our team practices, actually. I wanted a nature picture. And the puzzle arrived, and I was like, this is not as heavy as it's supposed to be. And I ended up counting the pieces, only to find that half the puzzle was missing. And then I wrote to the seller, and I told them that, like, this is just like 400 pieces. Where is the rest of the puzzle? And then she was like, oh, sorry, and then sent me the rest
Oh,
in a bag. I don't know where the rest was,
I
but
wonder
yeah,
how
it
that is.
had
How
to.
do you end up like storing two halves of the puzzle in like different places?
It's a mystery.
So we've got Nadia on screen, Nadia from Indonesia, Nicole from Germany, Nina, oh, I've lost myself now, Nina from Slovenia, oh, another Slovenian, hello there, Nora from Finland, Patrick from Switzerland, and Puck from the Netherlands.
There is an increasing number of Slovenian representation at EJJs as well. I'm now looking at more and more of the answers from people on secondhand puzzles, and I really like what Maicha wrote as well, which is, I buy almost all my puzzles secondhand. I find it too expensive to buy a lot of puzzles new. I buy a lot from thrift stores or flea markets, and also some from Vinted. And generally positive experience. Of course, you have the chance that there is a piece missing. With Vinted, sometimes the boxes end up quite damaged, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, there's always a risk that, yeah, something might be missing, or there might be some animal hair in there. I think that's once I bought a puzzle from somebody who had cats, and there was cat hair in there. But I still enjoyed the puzzle, but I did find myself blowing and picking a lot to kind of remove the hair from the puzzle. But that's, yeah, I guess that's part of it. Yeah, so looking really good here. I can see, yeah, some nice buildings on there on Patrick's. I think Patrick has gone for the yeah, pinks, white and grey, and yeah, so we see a lot of island building.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see someone like starting from the bottom and working their way to the top, or doing like one huge section. It seems to be a bit here and a bit there. I'm just going to check in with Yogoda.
I exactly wanted to say that you might want to check in with Yagoda, because she basically only has 3 holes left in the puzzle at this point. But I also want to point out that Patrick has been doing incredible recently. Some amazing times. And here as well, he's making amazing progress.
Yeah, so let's see who might be leaders. I'm just going to put some of the folks on the screen who we know to be fast. We've got Yogoda, Marcia, Kati, Inga, Rachel, and Veronica. Yeah, so looking, yeah, looking really good here. Yeah, as you say, yeah, Yogoda's got like 3 holes. What are the holes? Yeah, so the big hole in the top section, that is a white building. I think that's the Guggenheim Museum. Yes, it's the whites. And then
Mm-hmm.
in the bottom left, the other building is the Le Corbusier from France. Okay, she's yeah, doesn't have that many pieces left. Also looking really good progress from the others. Kati also only has a few patches,
Mm-hmm.
and Rachel as well. Okay, I'm going to leave Yogoda on screen for the moment, and now it's racing to the end of the alphabet and see who's faster.
Let, let's compete with Yagoda if we can get through the alphabet. While you're putting people on screen, I'm going to say that the Guggenheim Museum as cliche as it might be, it's one of my favorite buildings that I know of. I'm not huge on like architecture or anything, but the Guggenheim is extremely interesting. I'm not sure if you have ever been, but the whole building is a spiral going up. So
Oh,
there's no
wow.
stairs, and that's how also you're viewing the artwork. The entire thing is slanted. It's very, very interesting to be in there.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I mean, it's a name that you hear of, like even if you don't follow art or architecture, it's still a name that you've heard of. So it's, yeah, Okay, if you ever head to New York, check out Guggenheim Museum, and that's something I will do too. Okay, I'm not going to get to the end of the alphabet because
No.
Yogoda is on her last 15 pieces or so.
She did hide a couple of pieces on her puzzle again, so we can't exactly
Uh,
say. But also Marche is not far behind. And also Kati.
yes, they're also closing in. So we've got Ramona from Switzerland, Robert from Sweden, Rosaline from Belgium, Sammy and Chombi from the United States, and Sandra from Peru. Okay.
Ooh, Sandra has got like a nice collection of puzzles in the back. A nice background.
Yes, we can see, yeah, Yogoda does have some pieces on her table, so that means I can quickly show a few more people. We're up to the S's now.
Just
All right,
real quick.
Sana R from Finland, Salma from Sweden, Shona from the UK, Simila from Denmark, and Stephanie K, your puzzle pair from Germany.
Go, Steffi!
Yeah, really interesting seeing lots of chunks, lots of islands, and yeah, very interesting how these are coming together. But it's Yogoda who is going to take
On
the
the last maybe 10 pieces.
who is going to take the winning crown tonight. Well done, Yagoda.
Amazing. And I was looking at the wrong screen, so I thought she still has a couple of pieces. Yeah, 34 minutes and 7 seconds.
Okay,
Amazing job again.
So from what I'm hearing from the virtual assistants who are helping out in the background, it sounds like Marcia and Rachel will be the next who finish. So I'm just going to keep them on the screen and see how far we get.
Yeah, they're pretty much neck to neck at this point. Maybe Marta with a little bit of a head. No, Rachel actually has a little bit more of the. Nah, they actually have, I think, kind of an equal amount of pieces, but missing on different sides of the puzzle. So just go, go, go.
And I also hear that Lena Viata is also doing really well. Oh, yes, we have several people coming to the close now. Kati, also just whites and greens, but it's Marcia who takes second place.
Yay!
Congratulations, Marta. Yes, 35 minutes, 14 seconds. And Yagoda was 1 minute earlier with 34 minutes and 7 seconds. But now it's, yeah, a race between Rachel and Kati and Inga and Elena Beata coming up very closely behind.
I'm also too slow with my pinning just to see people finish. Rachel seems to be ahead. And done.
Yes. And third place to Rachel.
Third
Congrats.
place to Rachel.
Yeah, 1 minute. Actually, only not even 1 minute.
Has four pieces missing. She's saying.
Oh, 4 pieces missing. Okay, we can ask
Oh.
Lucas and Annalena later how they handle missing pieces. And Kati looking really good here, 10 pieces left. But we also have with us Stephanie from Germany, Tammy from USA, Tepat from Latvia, Julie from Finland, and Ulrika, who's joining us from Germany. Yeah, these
And
fast
Kathy
people.
is closing in on the last piece and fourth place for Kati.
Well done, Kathy. Making it look so easy, so smooth,
36.4.
so slick. Yeah, we're seeing
Incredible job.
very scattered builds here across the tables. A lot of people have their pieces inside the field, which can make it yeah, a bit tricky. What I've been trying to do recently is if I grab some pieces to build and then I find that I can't put them together, I do try and then remove them from my frame, just not to make it more chaotic. And we are almost there. We
I
have
think my entire
So let's introduce the last folks that we have with us in the meeting. We have Vanessa from Austria, Veronica from Germany, Veronica from Slovakia, Vesna from Finland, Vivka from Germany, and Zach from the UK. Oh, I like how Vesna has got some, she's just focusing on the buildings. She hasn't done the frame, but she's got some nice sections of buildings there. And now I need to switch because we have some finishes coming up. And it will be
definitely a couple of finishers. My entire meeting is freezing. I'm not sure if you can hear me. I can hear everything, but the picture is not moving at all.
yes. So let's follow now the leaders and yeah, see how it plays out. We've got Inga, Liana Bauta,
My dear, you might
Anna
have to
Stoll, and I want to check on Amber as well. And Leni Beata takes out 5th place. Well done, 38 minutes. So some nice sub 40s there. Yes. She's happy with that. She's got a little crew of stuffy animals there, and Inga just a handful of pieces left. But yeah, where is Inga finishing? On the yellows. Interesting.
Patrick Inningham. Wow. No, still, no. I think he's my fastest.
Okay, and Inga, so we are at coming into the 6th. I think Inga is struggling to hit the done button, but we have Inga on screen. Timer website crashed. Okay, we have you on screen, Inga. We'll correct your time later. Okay, so who else is there to watch? And then we can check in soon with one of the finishers for their experience of the puzzle. Yeah, so it sounds, Fuji, are you there? Okay, it sounds like she has fallen out of the meeting again. But we have a lot of other people coming into the clothes. I mean, looking, this is really good. We just crossed 40 minutes and we're going to see some more finishes coming up very soon. And Amber Whitmill from the USA, I think this is her first live. Well done. Just got, that was 6th place. Yay. And 7th is Anna Stoll, also looking really good. So we still have 3 more spaces in the top 10. It could be Patrick or Freya or Jessica. And then there seems to be a gap of people. Seems to be the next group is going to be a bit further behind. But I'm still going to go through and check who could possibly be in the running for top 10.
Hello.
You're back.
Well, I had to come back from my phone. It seems like my brand new laptop just gave up entirely.
Oh no.
I'm going to try and reconnect with the laptop in the meantime. But I see that there's a bunch of finishers, which is already great. It seems like this is a cursed meeting for me today.
That's okay. Yeah, so it looks like there's going to be a few minutes break before we get the next finishes. So we do have, there's a lot of people. Yeah, if you have about 100 pieces left, you're doing really well and possibly could make it in the top 10. We've got Patrick, Freya, Maya P, Sammy, Steffi K, Veronica G, all looking really good here. I'm also hearing that Thule and Zach are doing well. Shuli has an amazing puzzling space. She has a proper built-in shelf area, corner of shelves built specifically for puzzles, and there is a built-in table made specifically for puzzling. So it's kind of a puzzler's dream. I love seeing pictures from her puzzle den, and she also made some videos of showing how it was all built together.
Yes, I have seen that too.
Okay.
It looked incredible. I'm back from my screens.
Good. Yes, and it sounds like Veronica Volt is also on her way. Yes, it looks like Veronica V is the furthest ahead at this point. She's got less than 20 pieces.
Go, go, go. There's still some room in the top 10. So those who hurry can still make it.
I feel like this is the quiet before the storm. Like we have like this lull of like a few minutes, and then it's just gonna be like one after another rolling finishes, and then I'm gonna be scrambling to get everyone on the screen.
Yeah.
So I can also see in the small screens, I can see that Steffi K also has only a few gaps left and has a really big chunk done. Lynn
looks
LP
incredible.
also looks really solid. And Veronica V
It's finished.
Well done, Veronica.
44.6. Incredible time.
Yeah, so let's review the top finishes. Yagoda on 34 minutes, then Amatia, Rachel, Kati, Lena Beata, Amber, Anna S, Veronica, and 2 more spaces in the top 10.
Yes. So there's still a chance for people to be in the top 10, but only for those who hurry. Jessica writes in the chat, the life goal, get to puzzle with people who can finish puzzles that fast. It is definitely an experience. It's like driving a sports car.
Yeah, but I think Sammy is going to be the next to finish. She's got the dark greens left, like the foresty, bushy background.
She very well might be.
And she's being cheered on by Isa.
Sammy has also been having some incredible results recently.
Oh, she's super, super fast. And she's getting faster.
Always progressing. Yes, last couple of pieces. Go, Tammy. Sammy. I was looking at Tammy's screen.
Come on, Sammy.
Go, Sammy. And done. Top 10 for Sammy.
Well done. 9th place.
9th
One place left in the top 10.
45-44.
So let's check.
Who's going to be on 10th?
Yeah, and let's see if any of the finishers going to the top finishers would like to join us for an interview. Yagoda and Martin have left, but Rachel is still there. Okay, we'll wait for the 10th finisher, and then we'll have a chat with Rachel about how she found the puzzle. I think she really enjoyed this one. She just seemed to be in a real flow state there, and yeah, just looked
Definitely looked happy to be puzzling.
yes.
I'm also trying to follow who might be the next one. Yona is looking amazing. Okay, Rachel can only do an interview of like 5 or 10 minutes. Dinner is almost ready. And Shona is done.
So Shona is also one who is doing really well. She's been in the 50 plus club, and now she is making the top 10 in the open competition. Okay, so yeah, Rachel, join us now. You can turn on your mic and tell us your thoughts about the puzzle.
Hiya.
Hi. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. I love this puzzle.
Yeah, we were just saying that it looked like you were enjoying it very much.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And I really like kind of like the blocks of color and stuff. So I just knew straight away I was going to really enjoy it.
How much are you into architecture in general?
Not loads, to be honest. Like, I can admire a pretty building, but I don't know anything about actual architecture.
Which was your favorite part to do in the puzzle?
I actually really liked the like yellow parts.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do them like straight away, but they were really nice to put together.
Yeah, we were just calling that sand.
Yeah. I think there's enough like details that you can pick out the yellow building distinct from like the yellow kind of hill where the guy's climbing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, it was really good. I just kind of worked it through color by color. So I started with the edge, then the blue sky, and then just picked a color, did that, and then picked the next color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was looking at like your screen from time to time to just check in, and I did see that you kind of went block by block, block by block. And yeah, when you realize that pieces are missing, like when did you realize that pieces are missing, and how much does that bother you?
Um, a little bit, because I noticed the piece was missing quite soon because I started with pink. After I did the sky, pink was the next color I pulled, and there's one like big pink one in the middle that's missing. So I was sure that it must be like on the floor or something. So I did keep like kind of glancing and checking, but couldn't see it anywhere. But after a while, I was just like, it's probably missing. Just forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones were in the kind of white and green, so I didn't actually really notice them until much closer to the end.
Yeah. So then then you didn't really have to work around it then
No, those ones
around
were
the end.
fine.
Yeah. And how has practicing been going? You've also
Yeah,
been hardcore at puzzling recently.
yeah, good. I was practicing sort of after Christmas, doing a lot of practice for Munich, so trying to do some unboxed and some Gibsons. And then I realized we've actually got a UK competition coming up this weekend, which is Ravensburger. So I was like,
Ooh.
oh, actually, I need to practice on Ravensburgers. So the last week or so, that's what I've been doing.
What Ravensburgers have you been doing?
I had a few 2026 releases that I just had delivered, so I've done those. And then I've just been going back through like any that I'd not solved, just 500s. But it says sort of current Ravensburger releases, so we don't know whether that means 2026 or it could be a lot older. We don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's always a surprise, and it's also pretty hard to like,
Yeah.
you know, from the organizer side to like actually pick something that maybe not the entire field has done.
Yeah, definitely.
So it either has to be super new or something pretty old.
There's been a lot of speculation in the sort of UK chats. People
Ooh.
are, just got a feeling it's this one, and then everyone's gone and practiced those ones. So it'll be interesting to see if any of the predictions come true.
And what have the speculations been?
There's an artist called Georgia Breeze in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
We had a 500-piece puzzle at Nationals, and she's got some 1,000-piece puzzles. They used one for the Christmas UK competition, so people are thinking that one of her 1,000-piece ones might be the team puzzle.
Rachel, I'd love to know, sorry, just getting back to the puzzle. Yeah, Frisia, your mic is off.
She looks like she's having difficulties, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go to my question. Are you familiar with this brand? Have you heard of it before?
Never. And I really like it. The piece cut is really nice and the quality is good. I really enjoyed it. Do they have a lot of puzzles?
Yeah, they have quite a range now. So they've been, I think they started, was it, well, they can tell us but I think they started during COVID around that time, and they were doing a lot of puzzling and couldn't find the kind of the designs that they liked. So they decided to start their own puzzle brand, and that, yeah, led to them searching out, yeah, really interesting designs, like basically like not typical. I mean, they're in Germany, so like not the typical Ravensburger or Schmidt type of artwork. And yeah, so it definitely does have their own style. We do have some of their puzzles in our store.
Oh, I might try and check those out then.
Yes, you can.
Otherwise, I'm not sure how I could get them in the UK.
Yeah, I think they're still quite small, like mainly selling through their website and only at a few online retailers. So yeah, but yeah, you like the quality.
Yeah, I think the only thing is for speed, like they are quite thick like pieces. You do have to push them together a little bit. I think I find the same with the speed puzzles that you make as well. But they hold together super well. So for moving sections and stuff, really nice. No, I really liked it.
And how do you like posters in general?
I generally don't like having to use them. Like you said, they just fall off, or like there's no good way to have them. I'd rather have like the full image somewhere on the box. I didn't realize actually that it was on the back, otherwise I might have used that instead.
Hello again.
Yeah. Hello,
I can't believe it. No, now my mic was shut off, and like I don't know why. Doesn't matter. The point is, yeah, posters are never good.
Well, I think maybe for our perspective from speed puzzles, I'm sure there are casual puzzlers who absolutely love them and they like to spread out on their large tables and just like just take in the whole experience and just soak it all in. But I think for speed puzzles, it's kind of like, what is this thing? It's like flopping, and I now have to like adjust it. Yeah,
but that also means that you have a large table.
Yeah.
Like assuming that you have one, even for casual puzzling.
Yeah, no, it is, yeah, if you have the space, then it is good to spread it out. Yeah, I know your dinner is on its way, so yeah, any last thoughts about your experience today or anything you'd like to share?
No, just thank you. I really like the puzzle, and we'll definitely be checking out the brand again.
That's awesome. Well done on third place.
There's still a question to Rachel from the chat. What are you having for dinner?
I think we're having some kind of like burrito bowl type thing. My boyfriend's downstairs cooking at the moment, so.
Yeah, sounds good. Enjoy. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And we did have a storm of finishers. We now have 30 finishers. We have just hit 30 with Jessica Wissel.
Yeah, basically it was, I am just like adding people and then they're just finishing like a minute later. It's everybody is flying at the moment. We're only at 55 minutes and the finishes are rolling in. So I'm just going to quickly add some more people and then we can see if, yeah, how everyone is progressing. So on screen right now, we've got Lynn coming into the close, Ramona, really strong, Lydia,
Laura
and
just
Beth.
finished. Yes, so we basically have 31 finishers out of 93. So a third of the puzzlers are already done at 55 minutes.
Laura, please put your camera on. I need to check your puzzle, please. Okay, but yeah, I can see also on the smaller cameras that a lot of people have like less than 50 pieces left and are coming in. Yeah, so where are people finishing? I mean, Beth has got just single, yeah, either dark greens or whites left. Lynn is finishing on the pinks. So yeah, it's a fun one tonight from that respect.
Yeah, doing incredible, everyone. And the question is, who wants to join us for another chat?
Well done, Lynn. And Lydia is also done.
Congratulations.
Okay. Yes, so if Well, maybe when Minika is finished, she could join us for a chat. And we also have Puck who's going to join us in a bit. But yeah, well done to Beth.
Sounds
So
good.
yeah, a lot of times, yeah, just under the hour. Got a couple more minutes if you're aiming for under the hour.
Yes, that's always an amazing milestone to achieve. What number of finishers are we up to now? It is asked in the chat, and we have 36 finishers right now at 57 minutes and 58 minutes.
And Aaron is actually doing really well. Oh, he's only got, oh, can he make it under the hour? Come on,
He
Aaron.
might actually make it.
Just the greens left. Oh, go,
Go,
Aaron.
go.
And well done, Minika. Yeah, Minika, if you'd like to chat, you can join us.
As I was looking at Minika's table, I was thinking to myself, like, why does she have two puzzles? But I realized one is the poster.
Yep.
Yes, that is very true. One of them is a poster.
Yes, how did you find the puzzle? Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very happy with my time. Anything under an hour, I am very happy with. Plus, I think I made it into the top 40, which might be my best solo EJJ result so far. So
You have made it. You are on place 36.
nice, nice. No, I really like the puzzle. It's you're right, Michelle. It does remind me of the Valladolid one, but in a very limited color palette. So you do get a lot of pieces where you go, okay, it's yellow, but which one? But it's very
Could,
fun.
could, could
I
you
like
easily
the.
could you easily tell the difference between which color goes where, as you were mentioning that, like, okay, this is yellow, but which one is it?
Yeah, there's a lot of them with like the little dots in it, which look like shadow or sand, but it does return in several places. So I'm gonna grab the poster because the laptop is now on top of the puzzle, so I can't look at that. Oh, I did notice that the color of the poster is actually not that similar to the actual puzzle.
Mhm.
The colors on the puzzle are a little deeper, I think. I think the poster is slightly more pastel-y. I prefer the darker colors.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah. Yeah, and the only one I actually recognized out of buildings was the Guggenheim, where my parents have been there. I haven't, but I like the choice that it's all these like sort of semi-futuristic buildings.
Hmm.
It gives a good vibe.
Yeah, it also fits in very well with the artwork as far as I can see, because it yeah, the style of the drawing itself also attracts these like super strong shapes that the buildings
Yeah,
have.
it sort of feels. I don't know if you've seen it, but have you seen Mad Men? It's a show
Madman.
about Mad Men is a TV show about what do you call it, an advertising company in the 50s and early 60s, and it's very much that kind of style. It feels like someone in the 50s drew this as an advertisement for like a world fair or something.
That could be. I don't think I have seen it. No,
It's very good.
I'll
Very
put it on my list.
lots of drama, lots of pretty dresses.
That is always good. And Aaron is done. Yes, Aaron is done. Congratulations. Just barely over an hour.
Yay, so great. That's so great. This is not an easy puzzle, so anything